Notre Dame 66, Purdue 7. That is the worst defeat that Purdue has ever been handed in their history. I know they've had a long history, and that's remarkable. Notre Dame really had some frustration to take out today, and Purdue certainly got the brunt of it. For Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com, I'm Phil Haug, and this is a wrap brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Today's domination total, as the Irish scored early and often. First drive of the day, Jeremiah Love goes 48 yards, 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Riley Leonard, 3 touchdowns in the first half. It's 42-0 at half after Boubacar Traore had a pick 6. So it's 42-0 at halftime. Steve Angeli takes over in the second half. The guy who we thought would play, but we really didn't anticipate it'd be under these circumstances. Anyway, he threw 2 touchdown passes. Those, by the way, are the first touchdown passes that Notre Dame has thrown this season. Riley Leonard still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. And so we're going to keep working through this because we're all working here right now. And there goes the tractor trailer. All right, so Steve Angeli with the 2 touchdown passes. Mitch Jeter added a field goal. Kenny Minchie got into the act. He ran one in, and that gives you the final 66-7. Some key stats. Notre Dame piled up 578 yards, including 362 yards rushing. They also had 4 sacks. Hudson Card under pressure all day. They collected 2 interceptions. They didn't throw any. Defensively, Purdue was held to 162 yards. And heralded quarterback Hudson Card, he had a long day, 11 for 24. Not a good day for Hudson Card, 124 yards passing. Riley Leonard Riley Leonard becomes the first FBS quarterback since 2016 to pass for over 100 yards in a game, rush for over 100 yards in a game, and run for 3 touchdowns in a game. The guy that did it in 2016 was Lamar Jackson. He's doing pretty good in the NFL right now. So a great accomplishment. Riley Leonard, what a difference a week makes. Injuries are of some concern today. Defensive end Jordan Botelho went out in the first half. That's part of the reason maybe Boubacar Traore, who after the game Marcus Freeman said is going to be a great player, had such a good game. He had a couple of sacks. He had the pick 6. But Botelho went out on a cart. That's not a good sign. And two of those young linemen, Billy Schra and Ashton Craig, both went out in the first half. We won't know more about those injuries until Monday. Not good news there, though, but let's hope the news does end up being good. Post-game, Marcus Freeman also said that he was particularly proud of the way his team played in the second half. After the domination in the first half, there was no letdown, which arguably is what happened last week against NIU after success. His team, he felt, played hard the entire game. Riley Leonard was just a bit happier this week than when we talked to him last week after the game. Heck, he's always happy. And he was playing injured today, and he was asked about what it's like to play injured post-game, and he said, and how he played so recklessly today, despite that injury. And he said, he rushed for 112 yards today. Anyway, the second you play hesitant is when things get scary. So he certainly believes in playing hard, and that motivated him today. He had a Riley Leonard game. Passing game, he still hadn't gotten it downfield much, but definitely an improved effort today. So Purdue falls to 1-1. The Irish go to 2-1. Next week, it's another MAC school. Oh no, Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio, by the way, is 0-2. 2 close losses for Miami of Ohio, the preseason favorite to win the MAC, by the way. They've had close losses to Northwestern in week 1, and this week, they lost to Cincinnati. I think that final was like 27-16. So they've lost to 2 pretty good teams. For Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com, I'm Phil Hauk. A shout out to our team today, Chad Ryan behind the camera, Caleb Conrad, cranking out some good content for our online efforts today. The happy final, Notre Dame 66, Purdue 7. I'm Phil Hauk, and that's a Notre Dame Federal Credit Union wrap.